If you're just getting connected, you can let us know where you are coming from in the world. Let us know in the chat. And we're going to get rolling here. All right, we can wait no longer. We've given grace. Let's dive into it. We are small, but we are mighty. We're going to have a lot of fun today, this next half hour. We're going to learn a lot too, a lot to unpack today. So welcome, one and all, to gain control of your day. My name is Nick Aiello. Some of you we've met virtually already before. I am a productivity ninja. That's what it says on my business cards, and it's amazing. And I have the great fortune of working for a company called Think Productive, a global training company, offices in Canada, the US, the UK, Australia. Started primarily as a productivity company. We've evolved over time to focus on well-being and coaching and a lot of different avenues that we cover as well. And yeah, trust and kindness are a rocket fuel. That's one of our kind of uh, values. So thanks for joining us. We present these skill boosters monthly. They are free, and they are just a very tight half hour of practical things you can do in real time to start implementing some changes and having some fun along the way. Rules of the road, again, if you've never joined one of these before, they are half an hour in length. We're going to probably be about 25-ish minutes of content information. We'll leave a couple minutes open for question and answers at the end. If you do have questions through it, again, we're a small group, pop them right into the chat. I'll do my best to answer them in real time. Right away, it's very interactive. We have to talk about it. We have to be real. What distracts you? I know there's a lot of things that distract me, even as a ninja. Anything come up for you? I'm kind of like this gentleman on the picture. This rectangle often is distracting to me, so I try to keep it out of sight as much as possible. Let me know in the chat. What are some things that distract you? Teams, yeah. Gotcha, Marshall. Absolutely. I get it. Pings, dings, pop-ups. Well, that's an honest answer, Claire. People. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah. That rectangle, that dreaded rectangle. Your phone, home stuff. Yeah, absolutely. They tend to be two types of distractions. External distractions, we've already talked about some of those, Teams, emails, pings, dings. Sometimes our calendars live in other people's worlds. Those are external distractions. And also internal distractions. We get this, right? This is my friend Sticky Note Steve. And here's the thing. We've got all these things swirling around in our head. Some of them are important. This is due tomorrow, this deadline. Some of them are personal, professional, intermingling, pick up milk, call mom. Some of them are like song lyrics from the 90s, right? Everything just taking up space, all jumbled together. There's no real structure to it. So the great quote by productivity godfather David Allen is, our minds are for having ideas, not holding ideas. So we gotta get some of these ideas out. And here's the thing. We're going to unpack this a little bit more. Sticky notes, more to-dos, more distractions. I want to start today. Thanks, Giselle. New tasks arise. Messaging. Hunger. Yeah, right. Absolutely. I want to start by addressing two big myths about productivity today. And one is this ticking clock, right? It's our nemesis. The idea that we can get more time, right? That's a myth. It's never going to happen. We all have the same 24 hours in our days. And actually, I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this. I don't think there's enough time in the day to get everything done. I do think there is enough time to get the most important things done. So we're going to get out of this idea of time management and into the idea of focus management or attention management, because the idea of getting more time is a myth. We're never going to get it back. Hey, a couple friends have joined. Hello, Jose, Santiago. Thanks for being here. So this idea of getting into attention management, focus, right? My friend here has found the solution, has found the trick to get into this attention bubble. A bubble would certainly help. Here's the thing that not a lot of people know. We're going to go through it together today. Three different types of attention: proactive attention, active attention, inactive attention. And it looks a little bit like this. You know, when things are going great, our battery is full in the green. This is our proactive attention. This is when we are at our best. This is when we are most alert, most attentive. We are getting high quality work done and high volume work done. Has anyone felt this before? Let me know in the chat. Have you ever experienced this of the clock's ticking behind you, but you're not even aware of it? You are locked in on your most important work. We tend to call this being in the zone or experiencing flow. And I'm willing to bet most of you have experienced this before. Yeah, love it, Debbie. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. So in the middle here, this yellow battery, this is active attention. It's still pretty good. You know, we're getting most of our work done. We're allowing some minor distractions in. And then in the red here, that is what we call inactive attention, or sometimes what I call it is zombie mode. And I'm willing to bet you know what this looks like too. This is, you know, after your lunch is settling in and we're getting a little bit tired. If you work a traditional 9 to 5, this is like 3:30 in the afternoon. You're starting to think about going home. For me, this is any Friday afternoon because I've got one eye on the weekend. This is if you've ever read the same line of the email 2 or 3 times in a row, we're in zombie mode for this. Here's the thing that I believe to be true. There is always work you could and should be doing during all three stages of attention. Best case scenario, you try to line up your most important work, the things that add value, the things that create impact for your proactive attention. Not always going to be perfect. Again, sometimes we live in other people's worlds and calendars and, you know, things come up, but as best as possible, and we have a little bit of control over this, start to line up your most important work, your KPIs, your deliverables, to match your best attention wherever possible. Try to line that up. Active attention. What are the things that you're familiar with? You've done a few times before. You're comfortable with them. They don't take your full brain capacity to get them done. Or the things that are in your world, the tasks that you have that need to get done, but they're not as important. They're part of your role, they're part of your job, but they're not the most important thing you could be doing. Try to line those up with active attention. And even in zombie mode, right? Even in inactive attention, what are the things you've done 1,000 times? What are the things, the tasks that you could do on autopilot? What are the things that they're still part of your day and your job and your role, but they're never going to get your best attention, right? For example, for myself as a trainer, as a facilitator, I use inactive attention for photocopying, filing. If I have an in-person training session, you know, mapping out the GPS, the route to the training center, things that need to get done, but I'm never ever going to waste my best attention on them. Let's play a little game. Today is full of games, by the way. Into the chat, let's have some fun. Please give me your best guess, a 2-hour window. Let me know if it's AM or PM. I don't care if it's working hours or late night, but a 2-hour window when you feel like you are at your best. When do you experience your peak, your proactive attention? 2-hour window into the chat, please. 6 to 8 a.m. Early bird. Oh my goodness. Jose is evening, 5 to 7 p.m. I've spent a lot of years working in theater and restaurants, so I get night energy as well. I get it. Marshall's 8 to 10. Debbie's early bird, 7 to 9. Claire, 2 to 4 p.m. Claire, anyone who has afternoon attention in the training world, we call those people, affectionately, we call those people weirdos. Because it's so rare. We don't see people that have a ton of this peak afternoon attention. It's really cool. Mid-morning, 9 to 11 a.m. 10:30 to 12:30 a.m. Cool. Interesting, right? Yes, super unique. Love that, Claire. Thank you for being a good sport about that. Of course, I didn't mean anything about it. Yeah, interesting, folks. Here's the challenge for you. Your first challenge I'm going to issue you today is now track your attention for the next 2 weeks. Just keep a little notepad next to you when you're working. Notice when you're at your best. Notice when you're like, oh, I feel really locked in right now. Note down when you start to slip a little bit, right? Because if you're slipping at the same time every day, maybe that's the time for your coffee or tea, or maybe something even better, grapes, water, almonds. Maybe that's the time to have a walk. Maybe that's the time to have a break and walk around the office or walk around the living room, to have a little bit of focus. So track your attention for the next 2 weeks, because if you think you're 9 a.m. to 11, but you're 9:30 to 11:30, that makes a difference. So if you can track your attention over 2 weeks, you'll see some patterns. You'll see what your natural rhythms are, and you'll be able to now adjust some of your most important work to line up with your peak attention. Fun. Here's the second myth we want to address today, and it's a big one. The idea that multitasking is productive. Do we have any multitaskers on the call today? You can admit it. It's all right. Here's the thing. Uh-oh, someone's admitting it. All right, okay, whoops. Yep. Maybe this is the more important question. Is anyone good at multitasking? Because here's the research that we've uncovered is that multitasking is actually pretty ineffective. What we're doing is multi-switching. We're giving partial attention to one task and switching to the next and giving partial attention to the next. And partial attention back to the first task and partial attention over here. Start lots of things, never finish them. Here's what we switch tasking to. Yeah. What tends to happen when we're multitasking is on one of the tasks, speed of completion is compromised or quality of completion is compromised, and often both. There are 4% of the world's population that are known as supertaskers. So one of those is not compromised. Their speed or their quality of completion is not affected. However, the physiological effects, burnout, fatigue, exhaustion, they are the same as if they were multitasking poorly. So this idea of trying to have multiple plates spinning in the air, it just doesn't work. We are not being effective when we are multitasking. Time for game number 2. And this one's going to require a pen and a piece of paper. On my call, not yet, because this is going to be a timed event. When I say start, when I say go, please write this sentence. Ninjas do not multitask. And then underneath, you're going to write out the numbers 1 through 20. We're all writing the same phrase. This is a timed activity. When you're complete, please just put done into the chat, and then I'll know that you're done. We are starting this activity in 3, 2, 1, go. Ninjas do not multitask. The numbers 1 through 20. When you're finished, please type done in the chat. Done. Debbie's in at 21 seconds. Marshall, Vanessa, 22 seconds-ish. Okay. Nice. We're going to call kind of class average about 22 seconds, at least from the people that responded done in the chat. Now, we're going to play again. Same idea. We're going to write the same phrase. Ninjas do not multitask. We're going to write the same numbers, 1 through 20, underneath. However, this time on my cue, we're now alternating letters and numbers. Bear with me. It's going to look like this. N, 1, I, 2, and 3. Ready, set, go. When you are complete, He's typed done in the chat. We are at class average of 22 seconds. And now the first people are coming in as being done. Only one person done so far. Second one's coming in. Thank you. Okay, excellent. So here's what I believe to be true. Speed of completion was affected by this. Quality of completion, you tell me, did anyone make a mistake? And maybe more importantly, Marshall, to your point, how did you feel about this? It hurt your head, right? And one, two, three, like, yeah, it jumbles us. This is multitasking, right? The only time multitasking is effective is when one of the tasks is automated. So if you put in a load of laundry and then return some emails, that's effective multitasking because the laundry is automated. Otherwise, what we're going to advocate, team, is serial monotasking, working on one task till a natural break or completion point, then moving on to the next task. Undivided, locked in, proactive attention is the best for this, but working on one thing, serial monotasking. One thing till a natural break or completion point. One of the biggest frustrations we also hear is that people are misusing some terms, urgent and important. We have to have some ruthlessness around this. Urgent means there's a time component. Important tends to mean there is a quality component. People use these interchangeably. What we hear is, this is really important. I need this done now. And what they should be saying is, this is really important. I need this done well. So in order to marry these two things together, quality and urgency, here's a real game changer. It's going to be controversial. I'm going to get some pushback. But our challenge is stop checking your email first thing in the morning. Some of us are in our inbox before our feet hit the floor. And what happens typically when we start our day in our inbox is we look like this. When we start our day in our email, we tend to be reactive. We tend to start our day with other people's priorities. What we need to do is start our day with our own priorities. And we're going to get to that. That's going to be in the form of a post-it note. Simple. And it's not just email. Ugh. This might not be an exhaustive list, but they all generate notifications and distractions and pings and dings and alert. Don't start our morning with distractions. Don't start your morning being reactionary or responding to other people's priorities. It's okay to go dark. It's okay to unplug. There's the work offline button in Outlook, which is a great one. Putting your rectangle on do not disturb. There's all kinds of digital ways to eliminate some of the noise and distractions. But when it comes down to it, it's prioritizing the tasks that are most important. There's a couple strategies, very familiar ones, popular ones you've probably heard of before. Eat that frog. It was a Mark Twain quote, but it was popularized for productivity by Brian Tracy. And the quote is essentially, if you have to eat a frog as part of your day, you should probably do it first thing in the morning. That way, everything else in your day is not going to be as bad as that. Everything else will taste sweet. And then we've expanded on the analogy of, if you have to eat two frogs as part of your day, you should probably eat the biggest one first. That way it's not looking at you for the rest of the day. Fun analogy, what this means is, whatever your most important task is, do it straight out the gate. Whatever your most challenging task, again, we like to talk about impact and value. What is your work that is going to create the most impact? What is your work that's going to add the most value? Do that first. Or what is the work that is the most difficult? The one that you've been putting off, one you've been procrastinating on? Work on that. Serial monotask it. Work on that till a natural break or completion point. Then move on to something else. If you're tackling your most important thing first thing in the morning, the rest of your day looks pretty good. You're not staring at that ugly thing looking at you that needs to get done. One of my favorite techniques around getting things done, the Pomodoro technique. This is a time blocking method. You can react if you're familiar with it. But I love doing this for sprints. I love doing this for just getting started. And the idea behind this is you work for 25 minutes. 25 minutes, that's it. There's these all kinds of little tomato timers or Pomodoros available. You can get them on your desktop too. 25 minutes, 5-minute break. Another 25 minutes, 5-minute break. And take the break. The break is important to this sequence. If you do 4 of those in a row, 25-minute, 5-minute break, 25-minute, 5, then take a longer break, 15-minute, a 20-minute, half an hour, and then get back into it. I love this approach for sometimes just getting started. And I love this approach for having that sprint mentality. I can do anything for 20, 25 minutes, even work that I don't like. So this is one that really helps people just zone in and get focused. Here's the big one. I mentioned it. Instead of starting your day in your inbox, start it with a Post-it note because it's small. It doesn't have to be hot pink like mine, but start with a Post-it note and write down the 5 things that if you completed them today would have the biggest impact or add the most value. When you start your day, 5 things on a Post-it note, you're starting on your priorities. Once you've got them down, if you need to, take a quick peek at your email, quick scan. Has something really important come up? Add it to your list, add it to your Post-it note. If not, get out of your inbox, and get heads down, monotasking, your number one thing that you can do today. Imagine the impact it would have if for the rest of the year, you discipline yourself to work on only the top 5 things that would add the most value to your day. You would look like my friend here. King of the world! Look at the body language, right? This is how you feel for task achievement, knowing that you are getting the most important things done with the correct amount of attention and energy. One last game, because I want to have fun. This is a fun group. Get that pen and paper back out. And for this activity, I'm giving you 20 seconds on my command, on my start call, and your simple instructions are just draw triangles. In 3, 2, 1, go. 20 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, stop. Pardon me. Count up your triangles. Please put your total into the chat. Marshall, the triangle master, has 19. 24. Some of you majored in triangle drawing in college or university. Giselle's got 27, 24. Nice. All right. Thank you for playing along. We're going to do it again. This time, you're doing it my very specific way. This time, I want you not to draw full triangles. What I want you to draw is letter M's, M, or mountain peaks like this, over and over again. M, 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 mountain peak. You probably heard me at the end. I gave you a countdown, a 3, 2, 1, stop. When you hear that countdown this time, add a top and then a bottom line, right as I'm saying stop. And then we're going to count them up. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, stop, top and bottom line. If you're able to, count them up. Let's see how many we got. Tell me in the chat. Still counting, it looks like, team. That tells me that there were many. 53. Doubled your output. Marshall, tripled your output. Amazing. Here is the takeaway message from this, folks. Small changes can have a big impact. Small changes can have a big impact. Wow, that flew by today, folks. Look at what we talked about. Not multitasking. Stop checking your email first thing in the morning. Your 3 types of attention. Eating that frog, starting the day with momentum. Oh, awesome. Oh, and we've only scratched the surface. A lot of the learning from today comes from our course, How to Be a Productivity Ninja. If you're interested in that, please let us know. We'd love to have you out on a proper session. And again, so thank you for signing up for our monthly skills booster, but check out the hub. There are video recordings of past skills boosters, and we let you know when the newest ones are coming. Oh, did I mention I liked you? It's time for a giveaway. We're going to give away a copy of the best-selling book, How to Be a Productivity Ninja, to one person who completes the evaluation. If you could do us a favor, please help us out. It makes a big difference for us. If you can let us know how we did today, there's the link there, or there's the QR code. Again, I love what I do. I hope you could tell that. But if I could do it any better, I would love to do that as well. So please let us know your thoughts about today's session. And the people who complete the survey, again, one of you will be selected to win a copy of the best-selling book, How to Be a Productivity Ninja. We are close to time, but I would love it if there are any questions. I can stick around for a few minutes and certainly answer that. If you don't have a question, thanks so much for showing up today. I really appreciate it. Yes, write that post-it note. Love it. Thanks, Debbie. Great to see you again. All the best to you if you're hopping off. Take care, folks. If anyone has a question, please stick around. Oh, that's very kind, Giselle. Thank you. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a great day, folks. All right. Doesn't seem like anyone has a question. Off to eat your frogs, get your tomato timer. There's a simple one. I'll put it in the chat. Tomato timer, tomato-timer.com. It gives you just a nice little screen behind your desktop. Yeah, I thought I recognized the name Santiago. Thank you so much for saying that. All the best to you. Take care.